So, when it comes to the government and the council, they don't like to give you much information. In fact, sometimes the only way to get the full picture is to just give them a freedom of information request. And it is actually very easy to do, which is great news because today we're going to ask the government a very difficult question. So this is the website here, it's called whatdotheyknow.com, and they're basically the middleman between you and all of the government bodies. And it's completely free to do, and it literally takes about a minute. So that's what we're going to do today. And like I said, we're going to ask them a very awkward question, which you're going to see very soon. So we start by clicking this button here, it just says make a request. And then you have to find exactly who you want to ask this to. And again, this question can be pretty much anything to anyone, as long as it's to do with either like the government or the Home Office, or your local council or the BBC, people like that. Usually places with a bit more authority than the average business. And this one is about the Home Office specifically. Like I said, you'll see what we're going to ask them. So we click on this one here where it says make a request. And like it says here, it's got over 15,000 requests. And you can check all of these out as well. Some of them are going to be pretty dull, but others are going to be pretty interesting. So we're going to click on that. Make a freedom of information request to this authority. So basically you scroll down and you're presented with this. You got the summary and then you've got the actual request. So in the summary I put how many channel migrants have military experience or records. Seems like a pretty important question to me. And for the actual wording, you can see there, it says how many channel migrants have crossed the English Channel illegally by boat? How many of them have military experience records or backgrounds? And I've put please include 2023. And I've also put that it can be a percentage or it can be a number, but I would like both ideally. And the reason why I've done that is that it's good to be specific. Because otherwise, chances are they're just going to send it back and they're just going to try and say that we don't know what you were talking about. When in reality they do, they just don't want to answer the question. So once we've done that, we can click on this, where it says preview your public request. And once you're happy with it, again, this can be any question that you want to ask the government or any government body. Once you've done that, and again, it took about 60 seconds, you just click on send and publish request. And that is it. You can see there it says currently waiting for a response from the Home Office, and it's actually given them 30 days to do it. So it says no later than the 10th of June. So I will keep you updated on that. And I don't want to spoil it, but I did ask them the same question last January. Exact same question. But they actually refused to answer it. You can see there it says this request was refused by the Home Office. Essentially what they said, I'll get it up actually, one sec. Essentially what they said, you can see here, it says, to ascertain this information, it would require a case-by-case review and the cost of locating and collating any relevant information. Remember, this is about migrants with military backgrounds. And they go on to say that the cost of it, you see, it's going to exceed the appropriate limit of 600 quid. So because it's going to cost more than £600 for the Home Office to get this information, they're not going to let you know how many migrants have military experience. Let that sink in. You know, there's all of a sudden, they're concerned about saving money, which is nice to see. But when they're giving 700 million to France to essentially protect the French border, when they're giving 700 million to them, but they can't give us 600 quid to get the information to figure out this. Absolutely shocking. And I do really like making these freedom of information videos. Like, they contain a lot of information that would have otherwise just gone completely uncovered and unseen. So maybe you don't have a question right away. That is absolutely fine. I've kind of caught you off on the spot. But just like over the next couple of days or next couple of hours, just have a think about what you would like to ask them. And I'll leave the link to this website in the pinned comment below. Like, it is a really good service and it's completely free. And if you do get any good answers, let me know because I'd be more than happy to turn that into a video. So, thank you for becoming one of the 35,195 subscribers. Thank you to the channel members, and thank you for checking out this video on screen.
This country has gone crazy.